So today we're going to unpack, unbox and test this Dreame R20 SE cordless vacuum cleaner and compare it against Dyson Cyclone 7 and a Dyson 10 and 11 to see if this new vacuum cleaner, or relatively new vacuum cleaner, is just as good or better than the Dyson products. Now this has been on the market for quite some time now, over a year now, and they're available in certain high street stores and getting more and more popular. So let's just see if this is just as good or better for the same. In fact, these are actually considerably cheaper than Dyson products, about at least £100 cheaper for the equivalent product. So first things first, let's just do a unboxing. Let's see what we find inside them. So let's start the unboxing. So we actually bought this one from Costco in the UK, and well, it's definitely well packed. And the advantage of buying from Costco is that if, for instance, you're unhappy with the product, even several months down the line, if something goes faulty, they have a no quibble returns warranty policy rather, and so you can return a product with confidence. Not that we've actually done it, but the policy is there. So first things first, this is a small, let's see what that is. It's a 2-pin charger. UK we usually have a 3-pin. This is another, this must be the adhesive track for this, I guess. We have some accessories, an adjustable brush. Excellent. We have here instruction manual. Okay. What do we have here? Raw plugs and 2 screws for the attachment there. And we have the large wand. It's quite good quality. As we go deeper, more accessories. Yeah, nothing that says poor quality so far. So there are 3 more items left in the box. First one is the small cleaning head. Just comes with one brush on it, like a rubberized brush. Just maybe clean for sofas and beds and such. Next is the main cleaning head, which is this thing here. As you can see, it's got some kind of system for collecting hair, and although this is solid plastic, and this is just a fine brush on the top here, so how that does for hardwood, hard floors and carpets, I don't know, but we'll soon find out once we test it. And finally we have the main motor, and to empty out the receptacle, all you do is you press that button and that empties everything out. And on the end here, if you half press it, it tells you how much power is on it, and it has 3 power settings, and you can also lock it on a power setting as well if you want to, so you don't have to get your finger on the button. Is that really a big deal? I don't think so, but anyway, it has that feature. So here are our 2 dust trails side by side. We have the V7 on one side and we have the Dreame R20 on the other. So we'll try them on standard power first, and we'll see how they get on. So this is on standard power. There are 2 settings on the Dyson, standard and full, or max, and there are 3 settings on the Dreame. So this is on the low setting for each one. This is on the lowest setting for each one. And what we've got here is some Rice Krispies, which have been obviously mashed up a bit. So there's a fair amount of large particles and small particles in the sample. and we'll go side by side just now. Now, with one pass, it's obvious the Dreame is the winner here. So that's fairly, in fact the results are very clear. So what we're going to do is now switch vacuum cleaners from the V7 to a V10, I think. So let's get on with that one then. That'll be the next test. So the next test will be between the Dyson V15 and our R20, which we tested against the V7 just a few seconds ago. And I'll put the price points right next to them so you have an idea of the difference in price, and you make up your own minds to see if it's worth the difference. So it's again a similar dust trail there, and let's get our two vacuum cleaners up. Again, they're both on economy mode, or the lowest setting, and let's see how they do. Again, that's right, so that's one sweep, and that's quite shocking, really, because when you look at the price difference between this Dreame R20 and this Dyson V15 SE, it is clear that the Dreame is actually cleaning more dirt off the carpet. Which is surprising, but as I said, that's the situation so far. Now let's try it on a hard floor and see what result we get from there. Now we're only going to test the V15 versus the Dreame R20 in this test. On a hard floor, it's actually porcelain tiles, and we'll see how this goes. And they're both on minimum settings. Well, there you go. On the minimum settings on a hard floor, the Dyson definitely beats it because it has a more specialised head for hard floors, whereas the Dreame has a multi-purpose head, and perhaps that's why it's not picking up as much. It's actually pushing it forward. So that's obviously not very good for hard floors, so it's more suited to carpets. But it does have this setting on it, and maybe that will be better. No, it doesn't. So therefore, for hard floors, definitely the Dyson beats it, but on carpets and rugs, definitely the Dreame definitely does work better. But then one more sweep like that, and it does pick them up right away. So the results are in front of you. It's really what you make of it that matters, not what I think. But for the price difference, I would definitely think the Dreame is the winner here. So listen, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe and share, and I will hopefully see you in the next one.